want to come in to help a landowner out, get rid of some beaver that, and get rid of some problem beaver in here around the pond. Several 100-acre private lake and nice camp house overlooking the lake. So when me and Judith come back, we're gonna stay in that camp house, spend the weekend out here trapping. But I'm gonna put the boat in and go for a look around, see what kind of sign I can find, and see if the problem beaver are as bad as he says they are in the pond. It's a pretty place. We'll see. If I find good sign, I'll turn it back on. See you in a little bit. It's just my first impression of the lake, but paddling around here, you can see that shiny stick. That shiny stick right there on the bottom. And it's some fairly fresh beaver chew activity, just not far from where I put the boat in. But you can see the treetops out in the water, hopefully. But I'm just going to keep paddling around looking for sign. And there's treetops in the water, fresh chews around the bank, and we'll see what I can find. But I'm just maybe 100 yards from the boat ramp. Move on down, find some sign, show it to you as I see it. See you down the line. Well, I'm finding these little beaver feed beds underneath these bushes as I'm going. You can see all the chew sticks on the bottom, shiny chew sticks. But everywhere I've gone so far around this lake is just filled with old feed bed and chew sticks. Keep on moving, see what kind of sign, see if I can find where the colony's staying. But this landowner won't need beaver gone. I'll see if I can't hip him out. I'm gonna move on down. Well, all around the lake so far, I'm finding little crawl outs and just a bunch of pinched off fresh green sticks where they've been sitting up here eating. But haven't got into where the beaver are actually living yet. They're just stopping intermittently down through the bank, chopping stuff down. But they got the green top still laying out in the water right here where they pinched this one off. Right up on that little shelf of the little islands where they sit there and eat it. We'll keep moving down. Well, I'm getting closer. I'm finding piles and piles of big old beaver chews. But in amongst the old beaver chews, there's fairly fresh beaver chews still at the bottom of it too. It's got some pretty good beaver sign going on around the backside of this pond. Or should I say lake? I'm gonna keep paddling and see if I can find it, but they have spent a lot of time right in here for some reason. Gonna keep moving around, see if I can't find better sign. Still finding more peeled stick feed beds on the bottom. They're just all over the place. You can see some of the not fresh sticks, but the moss and mud has been taken off of them. Going to keep moving down. I'm finding these peeled stick feed beds all over the place around this lake. I'll turn it back on when I find more sign. I'm finding huge old feed piles on the bottom. Trying to get the boat in here to see better. But you can see some newer sticks along with a lot of older sticks. This is probably a 30-foot long old beaver feed pile right here. Knee deep water, and it's probably 8 to 10 inches deep of just stick piles. It's just beaver feed bed. There are new sticks in amongst the old stuff covered in moss, but it took a whole lot of chewing to make this feed pile this big. We'll keep moving down, see what more sign I can find. Just wanted to show that feed pile to you. See you in a minute. We're finding lots and lots of fresh sticks. You can tell they peeled the green off this. And and got it peeled down to white stick. That's just, the landowner's wanting these beaver taken out. I told him I'd come up here and paddle around, see if I couldn't see if he had the beaver he thought he had. These little beaver peeled sticks are all over this lake. I'm not finding dens, but it's beaver peeled stick after feed pile after feed pile. Gonna keep moving down, looking for shine. Talk to you if I find anything else. Paddling across tons and tons of these old beaver feed piles along the banks. But good grief. Nothing fresh in this pile, but there's fresh sticks on the surrounding perimeter of it. There has been a beaver here for a long time to make feed piles this big. And I say this pile of sticks is probably 8 to 10 inches deep on the bottom. Going to keep moving down, see what else other kind of sign I can find. Bring it to you as I find it. More older feed beds. It's just piles and piles of beaver sticks all around this whole lake. Out in knee-deep water, little deeper. It's almost gin clear water, but you can see all the feed piles. I'm not finding fresh sign, but they're here. I found enough fresh sticks to know that they're still traveling the area. I'll move on down and I'll show you what I find as I find it. All along these reed beds, you may not be able to see it, but all these reed beds are pinched off. All of them are missing their tops, just squarely cut off at the tops. For stuff's come in here and cut these little, they're all cut off. That means that stuff's come in here and cut them when they were a little bit shorter and used it for bedding in their dens. They use it like straw. They'll cut it. You can see it's all pinched off. They'll get big mouthfuls of it, head back to their den and use it for bedding material. You can just see the teeth marks in it. Stuff's bedding in here somewhere. I just have not found the den yet. We'll move on down. This is the camp house Airbnb place that the landowner's got right here on this beautiful lake. He wanted me to see if I couldn't come in here and help remove some of these beaver. He's wanting to set this up as a rental property for weekend retreats and like whatever Airbnb type stuff is. But it is like 4-bedroom, 2-bath, right on the lake. Satellite dish for the TV. It's got everything. And it's a huge private lake that goes back through here. Said it's full of crappie, brim, bass, and I've seen some huge brim paddling around, but I'm going to load the boat up and head home. I just figured I'd show you the cabin that he's got up here. Talk to you later.